How good is the Aussie bush? How good is the KTM 690 Enduro? How are you guys doing? This is going to be a bit of a off-the-cuff sort of random video. There won't be much motorcycling in it, but I do have a story to tell you guys. Hopefully it's somewhat interesting, and if not interesting, hopefully at least maybe there's a lesson to be learned for all of us. Let me just make sure there's no snakes in the vicinity here. Okay, so this video is going to be a bit of a variety show, guys, but firstly I want to tell you how I came to be recording right now on my brand new Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Yes, I lost one of my original Ace Pros. Of course, I have the one that I normally mount to my helmet. That's the old original Ace Pro that I first got, and I got the second one for doing this sort of stuff, and I was doing that sort of stuff with it when I lost it. But let me go back to the start. I don't want to keep mentioning it, but following on from my mum passing away recently, I've been banging on at you guys and my friends and whatnot to also make time to spend time with your parents, and that counts of course for myself as well. My dad's still around, and even though he lives 3.5 hours drive away from where I am, I made an effort to go and visit him, not last weekend, the weekend before. Cal and I made a bit of a weekend of it. We stayed in a motel and whatnot, and spend a bit of time with Dad as well. I wanted to vlog it, obviously get some footage of Dad and stuff. It's all good memories and that sort of thing. So I was doing that, vlogged the trip, got quite a lot of footage of Dad and all that sort of stuff, and our trip and that. And on the Sunday morning, we decided to go for a walk up the beach with Dad. We all walked from where he lives to about 1 kilometre along the beach to get to the main sort of area of Agnes Water. Went there, had a coffee, vlogged all that, took my drone, got some drone footage, which I'll show you guys here. So I already had heaps of footage on my little handheld Ace Pro. On the way back along the beach, we decided to stop and have a swim, pretty much out front of where Dad's unit is. So I thought, cool, I'll take the camera in. It's waterproof, should be fine. It was on its little selfie stick like I'm using now. It's getting some cool footage. The surf was, it wasn't huge, but the waves were a good 3 foot or something, and it was howling on shore, sort of like a northeasterly. Wind was blowing hard. There was a real strong sweep. The current along the beach was pretty strong. Like if you just went out in the water, you'd end up 100 meters down that way if you weren't careful. So yeah, strong sweep, wind blowing the same direction. I was getting some cool footage. I really wanted to catch a wave, just body surf. Just wanted to catch one wave, just for the sake of it. Didn't know what to do with the camera. Kel had almost lost her expensive sunglasses already, which she was wearing in the water. So she was holding onto those. I thought I'll just put my camera in my back pocket of my shorts. Surely it'll be okay. I'll try and show you here what I did, but I put the actual camera itself down into my back pocket, and it has like a Velcro clasp in the middle of the pocket. The handle was sticking out one side of that. It couldn't pull out because of the Velcro. Obviously Velcro's not very strong, but I thought it would be okay. Went to catch a wave, felt something hit me on the foot. I was like, fuck no, that was my camera. Obviously a wave had just gone past, the water was all foamy and shit, and I'm desperately looking around for it. I was still in water, probably, I don't know, chest deep. Didn't immediately find it, and this was probably at around about, it was like 11:30, almost midday or something like that. And we spent pretty much the rest of that whole day looking for my freaking camera. It sucked in a way because it felt like we were wasting our last day with Dad, but in reality it gave us all something to do, and it was sort of a mission for the day, even though it was obviously inevitably unsuccessful. So I spent a couple of hours looking around, trying to see in the water, trying to imagine how far it might go down the beach with that sweep and with the wind howling. After a couple of hours I was thinking, maybe a snorkel or a snorkeling mask at least might help. Be able to go back to sort of where I dropped it and look around that area. So we went back up to Dad's unit, and Kel got this little bit of footage. What are we doing today, Ash?
What happened, Josh?
Some dickhead put his $700 action camera in his back pocket while he caught a wave. Thought it would stay in there, it didn't. And now it's on the bottom of the ocean somewhere. it with this. It's a magic key. How long has it been missing for? About an hour. Yeah, so we've been scouring the beach. There's a strong sweep going along, so we don't know. Needle in a haystack, but anyway. Good thing. Cut. So yeah, after that, obviously, you know, it was sunny, it's hot. We were all getting sunburnt, especially Kel, because she's pretty white normally, but we're all getting sunburnt. We got some hats and long sleeve shirts and stuff, and I got the snorkeling mask. Went back and I spent quite a bit of time in the water trying to see to the bottom. All this time the tide was going out, so it was almost pretty much full on high tide when I dropped the camera. So we thought maybe, you know, as the tide goes out, it might expose itself somewhere. Walked hundreds of meters up and down the beach in water, you know, knee deep to hip deep and whatever. Long story short, we spent all day looking for that damn camera and did not find it. I did put a post up on the local Facebook community group asking anybody to please kindly hand it in if you find it. The footage is worth a lot to me. I would have happily paid a finder's fee just to get that footage alone back, but anyway, nothing happened. Haven't heard anything from anybody yet or anything. So yeah, came home a camera short. Not real happy about that, but yeah, the one thing that kind of made it not so bad for me that I just kept focusing on was that I was actually looking at getting the Ace Pro 2. Just for the handheld one. I wouldn't upgrade both of my cameras to the 2, but I was sort of looking at the Ace Pro 2 for two main reasons. Number one is it does have a closer focusing distance, so it should actually have me in focus now, whereas the old original Ace Pro is fine for on a helmet, but not as good. Like, I got away with it, it was fine for doing this sort of stuff, but I think that this one's better. And the other reason that this one is better for doing this sort of thing is the little wind muff on it. Now, of course, they both have this flip up screen, which makes them awesome for this vlogging sort of thing where you can frame yourself and whatever, but I feel like this old one was let down by its audio. Like, the audio quality was fine, but the wind, it picked up a lot of wind. Like, I mean, action cameras are not good at you know, shielding wind noise and stuff, but the Ace Pro I felt was probably one of the worst that I've used. You know, there are a lot of good things about it, but yeah, I found that the wind noise and that was pretty bad with them. Now, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys, this is not a sponsored video. I did pay for the Ace Pro 2 myself. I could have asked Insta360 for one, you know, in exchange for doing a review of it or whatever, but I wasn't real keen. As you know, I've not been real happy with Insta360 as a company, and I kind of struggle to recommend their products, you know, based on that fact. You know, I don't really like what they're doing. They seem to be a little bit unscrupulous, if that's the right word. And I know that not all their cameras are excellent, but I do find that the Ace Pro has been really good. Definitely the best action camera that I've ever used, and I've used quite a lot. I'm hoping the Ace Pro 2 is going to be just as good, if not better. I've only really quickly loaded some of the footage into my editing program, and by the look of it, it's actually quite a substantial improvement video quality wise over the Ace Pro original. So yeah, I'll put some side-by-side stuff up here for you guys as well, so you can get a bit of an idea. This is not a review of the camera, obviously. As I said, it's not sponsored. I'm just telling you guys my story. Now, it's not the first action camera I've lost. I've lost some before. I've lost one in the surf before. It's just stupidity, really. Like, you know, let's be honest, if you think something's a bit dodgy, just don't do it. Don't risk it. It's not worth it. These cameras are not cheap. Even though I got the original Ace Pros given to me to review, you know, they are like $700+ cameras. I did get the Ace Pro 2 on special for $620. Which is pretty good. It's gone back up to like $680 now, I think. But yeah, I mean, I had to replace the SD card. I had to replace the little selfie stick tripod thing. That was another $60. So, you know, it adds up, guys. Yeah, totally not worth it. Totally not worth it. So yeah, I mean, aside from the fact that we all got an unhealthy dose of sunburn, it was a good weekend. It was good to see Dad and everything. So yeah, you know, on our way up to see Dad, I remember that there was a fire tower at Elliott River, I think it is, Elliott River State Forest. Stopped there and grabbed a quick bit of footage with the drone, so I'll chuck that in now, and then we'll meet back here. I'm going to go and try and find somewhere to have a bit of a dip, have a swim today, because it's freaking hot. It's supposed to be 39 degrees Celsius here on Thursday, so yeah, summer's coming, guys. At least here it is anyway. All right, roll that drone footage. Okay, so yeah, obviously glad that I didn't lose the drone footage as well. The drone is still okay. Glad I've still got that footage rather than nothing at all. Now, speaking of the drone, this video is actually sponsored by the HOVERAir X1 ProMax, which I use to capture that fire tower footage as well as that beach footage. So, you know, really handy little drone. It does that following you, follows you on the motorcycle as well as walking or on a scooter or whatever. And as I have previously mentioned, HOVERAir actually continue to improve these products, you know, not just squashing bugs and fixing little glitches or whatever, but they also continue to add features with firmware and software updates. And one of the latest things they've added is the co-pilot feature. Now I'm going to show you guys how that works now. The co-pilot mode basically works with your little beacon here. I think it might work with the app, but I don't usually use the app to control my drone. I either use it in autonomous follow mode, or I use the beacon with the joysticks there. It's a much better way of controlling it. Okay, so we have a live feed up from the drone on the beacon here. I'm going to set it to follow mode. It already is. If we swipe up here, we can see that co-pilot is enabled. Hopefully you guys can see that. But basically we'll just go ahead and launch it, and I'll show you guys what co-pilot does. You can see on the beacon here there are a couple of little joysticks. What co-pilot enables you to do is control the angle of the drone. So I'll spin it around to the right. So now he's basically angling out around me. Yeah, you can spin right around. So you can basically control the angle of where he follows you from. Now this works in follow, side follow, dolly, track, I believe. All the following sort of ones you can actually control it with the beacon now. And not only you can spin around yourself, you can also get closer. So I can bring him in closer. And it keeps tracking you the whole time. And of course you can pull back. So pretty handy, guys. Yeah, as I said, he'll keep following you, keep you in frame the whole time, no matter what you do. And on the other side, the other little joystick on here, you can actually make him go up higher, get a higher perspective shot while he's still following you. Not sure how high it would go. That might be about it though. And of course you can come right back down, pretty much to ground level, and follow you from down low. We'll see how low it can go. So yeah, it's a pretty cool perspective down there. Hopefully he'll avoid the grass clumps. Pretty cool. So there you go. That's the new co-pilot mode from HOVERAir, guys. Available with the X1 Pro and ProMax, I do believe. Oh, we actually went over that one. So there you go. Yeah, it just works flawlessly. You just got to be a bit careful that you don't hit the home button when you're going up and down, because there's a return to home button on there as well. I've done that a few times. There you have it, guys. Value add feature, doesn't cost you anything to upgrade, and get the co-pilot feature. It's just included in a firmware and software update. Not entirely sure how well it would go if you had the beacon on your handlebars and you were following yourself on the bike with it. If you're in a really big open area, I'm sure it would be fine. You could get a cool panning spinning around your shot. If you haven't picked up one of these pocket-sized awesome follow drones yet, guys, there'll be a link down in the description, of course. Big thanks to HOVERAir for sponsoring this video. Now let's get our butts down to the creek. I'm pretty sure we can get through the bush here, and the creek, I believe it's still flowing. Should be nice for a dip. And I've got a cup of coffee in the bag down there, so living the dream, guys. Let's hit it. Alright, I think that's as far as we need to go on the bike. Creek's just down here. Should be able to hoof it down here. Shit, I hope I can find my bike again. Alright, this will do, mate. Oh yeah, hot coffee, cool creek. It's good that this little creek's still flowing, because it's been dry. Like, I mean, it's not been that long since you'd know that I've been whinging about how freaking wet it's been. But yeah, the creeks will start drying up now too. But oh, look at that, eh? Cheers, guys. As always. Thanks for hanging out with me. Alright guys, all good things must come to an end. We'll get home and start editing up this footage for you. Before I go, quick supporter shout out. Firstly, I just want to thank all of you guys, my subscribers, who watch my content week in and week out. I know it's not always awesome, but I try and give you something to watch anyway. Kind of seems to me once again that a lot of the channels that I normally enjoy watching have gone quiet lately. I hope all those guys are okay. But yeah, of course, huge shout out as always to all of my Patreon supporters, especially this week Luke Duggan. He's one of my new Patreon guys. Thanks heaps, man. Luke's actually expressed interest in a bit of a supporters group ride, so I'm going to try and get something together along those lines. It'll be a bit of a mix of whatever. It's just going to be a day ride, no camping, but you guys are welcome to camp somewhere around the area if you have to come a fair way to get here. But yeah, I'm going to organise a day ride for my supporters, whoever is keen on coming. It won't be anything super hard or anything. I'll try and keep it to, you know, fun twin tracks as well as a little bit of single track. It'll be big bike friendly as well as little bikes like the 690 and dirt bikes or whatever. So yeah, keep an eye on the Patreon page, guys, if you're interested in something like that, because I'll be posting up details of that once I get a loop sorted and a date sorted for you guys. So yeah, anyway, thanks again Patreons. Thanks Luke. We'll see all you guys on the next video. Take it easy, eh? There she is, riding from me. Woo! Bit of a hike up that hill. Spiderweb. Alright, catch us later.